Rigathi Gachagua is a man on a mission. Like him or hate him, he is making headline news every day. He is becoming the subject of discussion every day. News outlets are speaking about Gachagua every day. Kenya Kwanza is talking and thinking they're bashing Gachagua, but they're making him popular every day. Those people who did not know Gachagua now know him. And they know that he's reminding Kenyans about the election pledges of 2022. For instance, he's telling Kenyans that President William Ruto promised Kenyans so many goodies, but he has not delivered. That was a rejoinder he gave William Ruto upon Ruto saying that Rigathi Gachagua is a conman. So Rigathi Gachagua has a lot of political material. He's not a guy you will silence. He has a lot of experience. He is very articulate. Rigathi Gachagua has been in the shadows of politics for a long time. He worked with Moi. He worked with Uhuru Kenyatta. He had been his personal assistant for a long time. He has worked with Ruto. That's when most Kenyans got to know him. And so he knows the secrets of all these people. And now, because they know him also, they're trying to stop him from vying for the president in 2027. That's why they had to go the route of impeachment. Because when you impeach somebody, they seize office and they no longer will hold public office for the next 10 years. So that's what they were attempting, because they know he's a mobilizer. So that's why I'm saying, hate him or like him, Gachagua has a very important role to play on who becomes the president in 2027. He has the mobilizing capacity. When he speaks, people listen. He speaks issues. That's where he really beats all these other politicians. Especially because during the campaign of 2022, a lot of Kenyans were tuned to social media and the mainstream media, and they followed closely, and so they know all the pledges that the Kenya Kwanza government gave Kenyans. And those lack of fulfillment of those promises is actually what is biting Ruto. Because Kenyans had drawn a list of all the pledges that Ruto had made, and they tick. They are actually not ticking right now. They are putting excess. So every time, for example, when William Ruto goes to the public and says, hapa kuna barabara tutajenga, nimetenga 300 million, nimeweka sijui 1.6 billion pale ya kujengeneza damu ya maji, they are actually putting an X. During the campaign of 2022, they used to put a tick and embracing him and being excited. Right now, when he speaks, they're like, oh, not again. Not again. And then Gachagua is coming and telling you, have you listened to what he has said? He has given a new pledge when he already gave another pledge. He hasn't fulfilled those pledges. And let me talk to the Gen Zs. You see, the political class right now is gaining a lot of publicity. They are in media every day. Gachagua is being spoken about every day. Ruto is on media every day. Raila Odinga, Uhuru Kenyatta, all these bigwigs are in media every day. They are establishing seamless publicity. And so Kenyans know them. So when they speak, they listen. You are supposed to do the same. You're supposed to strategize and come out and speak about those issues that you spoke about during the protest of the 2024 finance bill, and continue articulating and rallying other like-minded Kenyans to support your cause. And finally, you have to identify one candidate who shall be your spokesperson. Otherwise, these old politicians will divide and conquer you. A time will come when they will sponsor different Gen Zs and then call them Gen Z presidential candidate. They might sponsor one from Nyanza, one from Nairobi, one from Central, and then give them money so that you guys now you start fighting among yourself. Obviously, there are those who will support a different candidate from the others, and that's the time. By the time you go to the ballot, you cast your ballot separately and you lose. And when you hear Kenya Kwanza saying that you lose in the elections, especially when they were in Western Kenya, when President William Ruto talked about Gen Zs just being keyboard warriors. That is what he was alluding to. You have to mobilize and know the politics of Kenya, how it works. Like, you have to be very experienced. Get people who are experienced to help you. Otherwise, it is your time, but once again, the collective dream of the Kenyan nation might be deferred again if people don't speak from one accord. We saw it in 1992 after the repeal of Section 2A of the Constitution, and we registered other political parties, and we had FORD, Forum for the Restoration of Democracy, which was split into two by Moi. And then Kibaki came with a DP, Democratic Party, and we divided all these votes, and then the opposition had more votes than Moi, but Moi ended up beating them. So those cards are still available to Kenya Kwanza. They can deploy them. I'm just giving you free advice, because politics is not just about talking and being loved by people. It's also about strategy. What is the end game? How do you get the levers of power? How do you translate your energy? How do you translate your intelligence? How do you translate the knowledge you have into something tangible that then can harness the entirety of the Kenyan nation energy and focus it towards achieving the collective dream of the Kenyan people? Because the Kenyan dream, the Kenyan nation as a dream has been deferred for far too long, since independence in 1963. This time we have an opportunity to bring real change, and it requires concerted effort of every like-minded person to listen to the voice of reason, that we have to put our votes in one basket after we identify a credible candidate that can then be the champion or the leader of the aspirations of the Kenyan people. That way, we shall make significant change. Thank you. Keep following me for more news analysis. Bye.